Video games. They're one of the world's most popular forms of entertainment. But like any other form of media, the video game medium has seen its share of controversy. Most video game controversy centers around the graphic violence found in many games today. This popular medium is being exposed to thousands of people every day, and many parents ask, are my children playing these games? And if they are, how are the games they play affecting them?
Come on!
Really ultra-violent games like Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto is very successful, but most violent games are not very successful. Most of the games that sell well are E, E10, and T rated by the SRB.
The most recent report from the Federal Trade Commission showed that these games, mature-rated games which aren't supposed to be marketed or sold to children, are in fact being marketed and sold to children.
I play games where you run around and start like blasting people.
About 40% of children under the age of 18 were able to go into stores and buy these mature-rated games with unaccompanied. That's not an acceptable level. We wouldn't be happy if 40% of minors were able to purchase alcohol or tobacco. So really, the current system is not working.
It could be an art form. I'd like to see creators have the freedom to make the kind of games they want. I think that all games should be available and targeted towards the people they're targeted at. Against censorship of any type.
Research has demonstrated that violent video games make children more aggressive and that the same parts of the brain are activated that are activated when children are actually being violent.
Some studies show that violent video games can be linked to increases in aggressive behavior or aggression, but there's no study that I'm aware of that points to a direct causal link between playing a violent video game and committing an act of violence.
I don't really feel any more aggressive after playing violent video games.
I think all that negativity is just not right and not good for a person. Whether it comes from a book or a movie or a video game, it's all not good.
Yeah, after playing a violent video game, someone might have a more violent attitude or response on a violence profile exam, but that person doesn't go out to the street and blow somebody away.
I think that it would be easier to incite bad behavior after you've been watching video games.
No, after my brother's played games, he's not really more aggressive or mean.
Violent video games do have an impact on the kids who are exposed to it. Violent media tends to desensitize children to the effects of real-life violence, to the victims of real-life violence.
I did a study with over 400 third through fifth graders where we surveyed them twice during a school year. And we not only surveyed the kids themselves, but we surveyed all their peers in the classroom and their teachers. And we found that the kids who were playing the most violent video games early in the school year actually changed to become more aggressive later in the school year as measured by their peers and teachers. They can see the difference in behavior across just one school year.
Zane does play violent video games, or what I think are violent video games.
It's not like I go around shooting people.
I feel that video games, especially the ones that are leading more towards a violent nature, have a very negative impact both on the child's physiological development, academic development, and social development.
And I don't know what exactly you're learning from violent video games except for maybe how to shoot a person better, and it's not a skill that I would want any of my kids to learn.
It's no different from violence in video games or violence in movies in the sense that none of those media situations result in violence in the real world.
You have to be really, really careful about how you go about dealing with this issue. As with many things in this world, there just aren't any really easy solutions.
Although many agree that violent video games make children more aggressive, the way that aggression is expressed is still undecided. The prevalence of violent video games is similarly disputed, although no one can argue that violent video games aren't popular. The issue still remains a topic of debate.